And welcome back to Minecraft. This is the first time I've spawned right next to a large building like this. But this is also my first time using the Villagers Plus Plus mod pack. Hello, good sir. Ow. Oh, well, this is certainly going to be a big help to start with. A goat horn! I've never actually come across one of those in a proper game since they've been introduced. Like, I've managed to get them in the world that Mojang released as a tutorial for that mod pack. Ender pearls? But that was it. Okay. Why am I already hearing monsters? And why can I not go back down? There we go. Okay. Oh, is that just the sound those knights make? Well, that's interesting. Okay, so I need to find a place where I can build. So I can get myself a little house going. Interesting. Luckily, I can bypass the whole wooden tools to start with, since or that village, well, I won't call that a village, that little tower thing that I spawned next to had a bunch of iron in it. So I can just make some iron tools. Ah, this seems like a perfectly reasonable flat space right over here for it, or for me to build with. Okay. Now, make some shears, then a bunch of sticks, and an iron pickaxe, iron axe, and another iron sword, and one more iron pick. There we go. Okay. Alright, and make a box to put stuff in. Okay. Now, is that a broken end portal over there? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need a few more trees if I'm gonna be making this my main building area. It's fine for now. You never know when you're gonna want vines. Oh goodness, the sun's already starting to set and I haven't even started a house yet. Looks like I will be spending this first night in a hole in the ground. Knock it off.
Time out, both of you.
You've already woken the baby once.
Oh, well, one more time, we're gonna spend the night in the goddamn kennel.
Okay. Okay. Really? Those guys count as cows? Okay. Okay. Alright, so now that I've got my food sorted out, coal. Which sort of invalidated the reason I had for making all that charcoal, but whatever. I'm gonna drop a torch up there to make sure that stuff doesn't start spawning. Okay. I am not sure what that is over in the water, and I do not want to find out. Whatever it is, I am not prepared for it. So, I'm gonna check this out real quick. It is indeed a broken ender portal, and a massive one. Oh, a griffin. Cool. Ooh. Copper. Okay, so gotta put a torch right there to remind me that about all of that. And a torch right there to remind me about that. And then I'm gonna get back to trying to get a house built. And I have no raw meat on me, just rotten flesh. Okay. Okay. So I know I'm gonna end up needing to go to copper tools because I also need to make sure to build a bed for myself. In fact, I'm gonna hope that that thing doesn't come after me. The fact that it attacked cows makes me think that it's based on a wolf, which means that it probably doesn't attack player characters unless they provoke it. Okay. Trying to make sure to get all of the wood out of this tree. I guess I'll just let the rest of it despawn for a while and see. Oh shit, my hunger's gotten low enough that I can't run. Ow! Okay, so clearly I was wrong. pumpkins. Good to know. Okay. That may have been a bad spot for me to pick for my starting base. Hoping that it can't follow me down here. God. Well, that teaches me not to ignore an unknown critter. I don't need that right now, thank you. What I need is for that fucking worm to go away. Okay. I'm gonna try this again. Because this one is. This was clearly not a good spot. Let's try this again. Okay. And I will definitely be reading through that guide scroll for Fantasy Craft. But I need a little bit more security before I do that. Okay. Now I definitely have plenty of trees. Surface lava. Nice. Aha. Perfect. Create a chest. And then some more sticks. Pickaxe. Couple swords. Put down the chest. And some copper as well. That's a good early find. I suppose in my previous one I could have just darted back down into my hole, taken the copper that I had already started smelting and turned it into armor. Then maybe a sword and tried to take on the worm, but I didn't like my odds of doing that. Furnace. And make some torches. Honestly, this seems like a decent hidey hole to start with. Until I can get an actual house built. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. Just trying out a couple mod packs that were introduced to me quite recently. Oh, definitely. I've got Dragon Age Origins, or not Origins, Dragon Age Veilguard that I've been playing through. Just taking a little bit of a break from that for the moment. And then I've got oh, wait a minute, forgot to put the chest back down. And then I do Phasmophobia. I do a little bit of this. I don't. Minecraft is not a big one for me. I've got quite a few that I do from time to time. No, not every day. It's about once every 4 days or 4 to 8. Well, no, about every 8 days. Shit, I forgot I need to make a. Need to make an axe. Favorite game is definitely The Legend of Dragoon. I am hoping to be able to start streaming that one as well soon. We'll see whether that works out. Are you familiar with that one then? Not a lot of people are. It was kind of a. I live in Minnesota. It's got its appeal, yeah. Oh, a little leprechaun. Or an elf. Who I can trade with. And thank you for the follow. Absorption. What did I... Did the elf give me absorption just for talking to him? I'm gonna turn dragon spawning off for the time being. Okay. Uh, thank you, no. Right. Finest blade. Iron nuggets. Craft a knight sword or the sword of sorcerer. Tamed one, yeah. Yeah, I already figured out that one. thank you, but no. I'm well aware that I need to improve my I'm well aware that I need to improve my standing and displays and stuff with my icons and backgrounds and all of that. I have an individual in mind that I will be going through when I get to that point, but it is not a priority for me right now. I do not share my Discord out on here. It's just a personal rule I have. Okay. Let's see here. Make sure to place the village landmark at the center of your village as it has a default coverage of one chunk. Welcome. Decorate the center of your village with the village landmark and invite various villagers from alternate realms who won't keep disappearing with this add-on. Now you can leave your village peacefully to explore other biomes without worrying about hostile entities raiding it by inviting tankers, guardians, wizards, and more. Mobs, decorations, food, consumables. Let's see here. This book can be crafted using wheat or paper and wheat. To navigate through the pages, simply interact with the book. Already found that out. To access other content sections, from regular villagers to changelog, place the guidebook on the ground and interact with it again while sneaking to open a menu that displays the full list of contents. Okay. Instead of naturally spawning, all of the villagers from this add-on need to be invited to appear in your world. After you invite them with the roaming option enabled, they will always return to the exact block where they were invited after a few moments. Based on this behavior, you can place or adjust where they will be stationed, similar to the usual settings for NPC locations in typical RPG games, but here you decide their locations. To invite, let's see here. Preview used above is the village landmark Midas Touch. To invite them, you'll need to press the invite villager setting from interacting with the village landmark, which is 2 cobblestone, 2 wooden planks, and a copper ingot. Inviting a regular villager will require an iron invitation, while inviting an advanced villager will require an emerald invitation. Once invited, you will be granted the invite regular/advanced villager item. Place it anywhere within the village landmark radius to summon them. All of them will feature various behaviors, with most of them being accessible only through the village landmark. You can also grant other players access to your village landmark to help you maintain the village. Using the invite villager item that can be obtained from the villager landmark, you will need to interact with the decorations within the guild landmark to invite them. Guild landmark that uses iron. Okay. Unlike the village landmark, visitors cannot be invited to the guild landmark due to their unique interactions. With a different set of options, all invited regular advanced villagers within the guild landmark can only be accessed through interacting with the guild recipient. You can also grant other players access to your guild landmark to help maintain the guild. Iron invitation required to obtain the invite regular villager item from the village landmark. Emerald invitation is required for invite advanced villager. Invite regular villager can be obtained from interacting with the village landmark, which consumes the iron invitation. Recalling the regular villager through the village landmark will refund the item back to their inventory. Unlike vanilla villagers who have jobs and offer various trades, regular villagers are here to be as carefree as possible. Most of them see the invitation as a vacation, so you'll get interesting conversations when you interact with them. Details to know about them. All of their behavior is uninvolved, meaning they can't harm or be harmed by anything. Coming from multiple realms, the hostile entities including the warden itself won't notice these villagers, allowing them to stay in your village freely without you having to worry about their safety. Advanced villagers are here to assist you with various activities. Some of them offer unique trades, while others help protect your village and can even be recruited. Based on their behavior, they will have different interactions. Merchants can't be harmed and provide trade offers, while fighter and support will trade or assist with anything they're instructed to, and can also be recruited. Artisan, merchant type, coming from one of the modern realms and drawing on its knowledge of all known realms, this villager offers alternative versions of every item offered by the unknown trader. It only requires the original versions of the items with no extra cost. It seems to do this purely as a hobby. The Bard, the support. Coming from one of the fantasy realms, this villager can buff the player, neutral mobs, and even other players using its gold flute. If this villager is down during battle, simply hand it any food to restore its HP. The Brute is a fighter. While this villager may look fiercer than the Vindicator, it will listen when instructed to target a specific enemy. You can even ask it to safeguard your secret base from other players. If it's down during battle, simply give it any food. Okay. Builder, merchant type. Villager offers various types of structures that can be built in the overworld with the help of its subordinates. Besides accepting ingots and ores, this villager also trades for pure materials in exchange for the building blueprints. Cavalry, fighter. Coming from the same realm as the Brute villager, this villager will rush through any target with its horse to slow them down. Chef villager, merchant, coming from the same realm as the artisan villager. This villager offers a variety of foods you've likely never heard of, at least in Minecraft. Besides accepting ingots and ores, this villager also trades in pure materials for its delicious cooking. Offers change based on its appearance. tons of gravel here. Oh, I just realized there's actually a substantial amount of food for me out in the water. Because there is kelp out there. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, and I am actually going to use birch. For its door. Okay. Which I will put the door right here. won't be a very... er, er, meals won't be very filling, but at least I won't have to worry too much about food for the time being. Okay. Actually, you know what? Okay. I'm gonna wait to do the one under the door because when I break that one, it's gonna break the door. I don't really want to break the door yet, or right now. I really need to get a bed made. Fey dragons are also known as fairy dragons are less dangerous. Relatives of the dragons, wyverns are just as dangerous. Worms are snake-like and vicious relatives of dragons. Empatheres are feathery and hostile serpents that fly. Basilisk and cockatrice can turn you to stone. Drakes are huge land-dwelling dragons. To defeat a hydra, use fire or else it will grow more heads. Sea serpents are distant relatives of dragons and are giant sea monsters. Lindworms are relatives to worms but can walk and breathe fire. Hobgoblins and brownies are helpful and playful household sprites. Orcs are like goblins but stronger and heavily built. Goblins and redcaps can be hurtful and vicious. Cyclops have one eye and a bad attitude. Trolls have tiny brains but a lot of strength. Ogres may be similar to trolls but appear more human. Dwarves are skilled craftsmen who live underground. The Simonside dwarves are outcasts and full of anger. A boogeyman can only be defeated if you face your fears. What the hell does that even mean? You can lure in fairies, pixies, and elves with a torch. The scream of a banshee brings you bad luck. Minotaurs are half man, half bull. Centaurs are half man, half horse. Sasquatch and Sasket are forest guardians. Pegasus can fly and unicorns bring healing qualities. This isn't really telling me very much about them. Griffins and hippogriffs are eagle hybrids and can be ridden. Rocks are giant eagles, they can be tamed. Vargur are giant Norse wolves. Tsuchigumo is a giant spider and is very dangerous. Mermaids will lure you to your doom. Gnomes and leprechauns are helpful woodland people. Shellycoats are similar to boogeymen but not as hostile. Phoenix are born from ashes and loyal to their owner. Salamanders are masters of fire with many legs. Gargoyles may appear terrifying but in fact can ward off monsters. Surtur. Lung dragons are wise and mystical dragons from Asia. Bollybogs can be shy but helpful. Wizards are wise and powerful. Treefolk are powerful protectors of woodland. Knights are noble protectors of the land. Okay. Yeah, that didn't really help me out a whole lot. Although it did it did help me to pass the time. Ooh. Oh, it's just the luminescent moss. However, some more coal right here. That appears to be a very large chicken down there. I suspect that it's just a scaling issue, and that it's just a normal-sized chicken that didn't scale down properly. Cow. Okay. What do I want to do for actually, you know what? I will do a color change and have the roof be in birch. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Oh, not right there. Ow. Okay. It's starting to come together. Okay. Alright. I am going to go ahead and call things here. I know I haven't been going very long tonight, but I had a false start, and then I did do the tutorial earlier as well. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure to take a look next week when I decide, or next time when I decide to play whatever it is I decide I'm going to do. Until then, make sure to check out my YouTube and my Twitch. I've got the links for both in my bios. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.